The buzzer at from Ohio State at Montverde, and a chance to make things right here. A few wins away from a national championship.
Yeah, both these teams coming into this tournament being like, we have unfinished business. You know, they want to end the season. Every team wants to end the season on a win. Only one can do it.
Poked away there, and an early turnover for Lehigh. Trinity Boone with the basketball outside Gigi Battle, top 35 player in the SC Next 100. Headed to Indiana. Nice pass inside. That shot no good. Put back no good, but a foul. Sarah Okiki will go to the free throw line. All of 6'4", the senior headed to USC. A big reason why that USC is #1 in the class rankings.
Telling you, getting Sanaya Hall, the nation's top player as well. So she's going to join a absolutely stacked roster. Jazzy Davidson, of course, what a year she had. And we are all waiting in so much anticipation for the return of Juju Watkins to the floor.
Sarah Okiki, Spanish prospect. Picked USC over Kentucky, Indiana, and Texas. Gets DME on the board. Here's Emily McDonald with the basketball. Savvy Swords, hands off to Jones.
Lehigh runs a lot of this weave action, a lot of movement around the outside of the three-point line, so they can look for that space just to do just that, to drive, find an open lane. But Okiki letting it known early. It's going to be a long day. You want to come in here in this paint.
Swords couldn't get it through Sarah. And now inside, yes, that's going to be a tough post matchup.
Exactly. We've already seen her get an offensive putback, get herself to the line. Where can Lehigh be physical enough to push her out of position? Because Okiki, once she gets down there, there's no moving her.
Olivia Jones over to Emily Forrester, the junior. Dribble handoff here to Fahrenbach. Drains it.
Right. Outside shooting for the 5'10" senior, headed to Cornell.
Coach says definition of being a star in her role. Rylan Fahrenbach ties the game up at 3.
Well, they might need a lot of that three-point excellence today because Okiki's going to have to paint. All right, Savvy Swords, body up, get that steal.
Top 20 in the senior class to McDonald. The three-point specialist unable to put that one home. Michaela Cavalcanti with the basketball, flips it over to Gigi Battle. 10 on the shot clock. Shakai Destunes, number 51 in the Sports Center Next 100, who recently decommitted from Penn State. Outside, 3-ball.
Okay.
They don't ask you to draw a picture, just a make or a miss. Gigi Battle's on the board.
Doesn't matter as long as it goes in, bottom of the bucket. And you know, Lehigh changing over to zone, trying to crowd. They're sending an extra defender, a guard down, to try and slow down Okiki.
Outside, 3-ball, no good from Fahrenbach. Inside, nice pass from Forrester. Swords, yes.
Yeah, Lehigh started this game, and you can kind of feel trying to get the aggressiveness put down, right? Usually the team that's more aggressive establishes their presence first, is the winner of the game here. DME did that at first, and then Long Island Lutheran immediately said, no, we're going to have to match that intensity.
Cavalcanti looking inside for Okiki. Instead, kicks it out. 3-ball. That one is good.
Great job. They were looking inside, well defended for Okiki, so instead they skipped to the opposite side. Nice little rhythm, open 3. I like the ball movement so far. These players, for it being 10 o'clock in the morning, and the players who just came from Phoenix, like it's local time, it's early. Ooh, good ball fake.
Forrester looked like she might have lifted her feet. Instead, she steps on the end line. Shakai Destunes, the 4-star.
There we go with that cross-court pass. Great look by Cavalcanti, and then you got to have your feet and hands ready. In these events, it's come ready to play or go home, right? You got only...
Heavy getting her own rebound. Oh, muscling it up, wants a foul. She'll take the deuce.
Can we consider that a shot? I guess so. She really did. That was nearly a jump ball turned into a field goal attempt.
2-point lead for DME Academy. Okiki drawing the double. That means someone's open for 3.
That backside rebound, huge on that long 3, right? If you're going to double the post, kick it out for a three. You have to have other wing players crashing the boards.
Kiki is calling for this basketball. Instead, we're going outside to Battle. Battle hits the deck. Olivia Jones. Off glass, no good. Rebound, Okiki. Kayla Cavalcanti with less than 3 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Okiki outside. Battle, extra pass. Good defense there by Luha. Outside. Destunes, no. Emily McDonald. Tough shot. Over two players.
It's two tough takes by the future Wildcats in the post. Two players who can shoot from the outside. You already know about McDonald, but I love the way that she changed that up right there. She wants to be known as a three-level scorer. That's how you do it. You got to re-transition plays.
Battle, tough baseline. Oh, that is pretty smooth. GG Battle, number 32 in the SC Next 100. Headed to Indiana. Swords, no. Rebound, Battle. Pass ahead to Destunes. In rhythm! Shakai Destunes reopened her commitment last week from Penn State. Takes that open shot.
Yeah, just I love her confidence, right? These ladies came to play. I don't care what time of the morning it is. They're about that national championship.
That ball tipped away, good steal, and that one stolen right back. Careless pass there to Swords. And now 90 seconds to go in this first quarter. 5-point lead for the team from Daytona Beach, Florida. The team from Florida has won each of the last 4 Chipotle Nationals, whether it was IMG Academy or Montverde. Destunes, that one off rhythm. Savvy Swords, left hand, muscling through. And a timeout on the floor, and Luhai's coach is saying, go help up your teammate, will you please? 5-star who's headed to Kentucky.
You see her toughness early on the floor, and one of the things that's made her that way and so resilient as a player is the fact that she missed her junior year with the ACL injury and has had some ankle injuries as well. And she said, look, it's not just about healing physically from that surgery. You also have to mentally be like, am I ready to play at that same level that I was at before? Will I be as good? And I think it's been proven yes, maybe even better.
Yeah. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Olivia Jones missed a 3 earlier in this possession. Swords with the basketball being hounded by Cavalcanti.
Really good defense from DME here on this possession, staying step for step.
Olivia Jones blows by the first defender, makes the shot. Top 15 player in the SC Next 100. 3, 2, 1. Cavalcanti, that one is no good. And we go into the second quarter with a 1-point DME lead.
Just what we would expect, right? Competitive afternoon of women.
We'll wind that down a few seconds. And inbound. Did you ever take any international trips with sports?
Well, I played basketball in Germany for a living.
That
so
counts?
I say, yeah, that kind of counts.
You think I know that? We've worked together for a while. Did you ever go overseas, bro?
Just a few times there, Matt. So the answer is yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Not in high school, though.
No. First international trips, definitely my living in Germany. Definitely culture shock as well. Even though my family's German, somewhere along the line, it's a different lifestyle.
GG Battle, a different kind of player, top 35 prospect. Gets that one in. She's got 7. Headed to Indiana nearby. And a foul going the other way.
You see Luhai changing their defense up once again, now going to a 2-2-1 press, which I think is a good idea. I mean, if you have a really good post player, defensively, the guards actually have a bigger responsibility, almost just as big as the post, because if they don't pressure the guards can't get the ball in the post, right? You do your job so that the post players have an easier job on their end, trying to keep Okiki off. She's not even on the floor right now.
Battle. Oh, yes!
Okay.
GG Battle in double figures with her second made 3.
She's sizing up the defense, and you can tell she's such a sharp shooter that as soon as those hands go down, you give her a little space, she's like, great, let me pull the trigger.
6-point lead for DME. Swords taking matters into her own hands. The top 25-star headed to Kentucky.
Don't you love the way that she's got a perfect blend of like strength and finesse?
Yes.
Like she's gonna come down the post line, bang, bang, and then she's got a little fadeaway jumper that's so smooth coming off her fingertips.
8 points for Savvy Swords. Battle. Absolutely feeling it, nothing but nylon.
Ooh, that's so pretty.
12 points for GG Battle. Swords. Battle nearly had the rebound, instead poked away by GG Battle. Physical guard, plays downhill, versatile defender, and creative offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Just able to score in so many different ways. And you want that. You got to keep defense really off guard. So we've seen her pull up from 3, quick drive, little fadeaway. She's got a lot in her bag.
Olivia Jones headed to Vanderbilt. We will see a couple of SEC teams in the Final Four. All 4 #1 seeds coming your way. ESPN Friday night. South Carolina squaring off against UConn at 7 Eastern. In Texas facing UCLA. Pregame special from Phoenix begins at 6 Eastern with a special courtside presentation of both games on ESPN2 and the ESPN app.
Turner Lake defense usually isn't the talking point, but I do love all the defense that those 4 teams bring. UConn leading the nation in steals. You know, how's Texas going to shut down North Vets? South Carolina's got their interior presence. Joyce Edwards, shot blocking menace. I mean, it's going to be pretty entertaining. I know all #1 seeds make it into this year. As we see more 3-point shooting this time, Samani Harris knocking one down.
Top 60 junior in the SC Next Super 60, offers from all over the map. She's going to go wherever she wants. And how about Luha? Bridget O'Hara, the freshman. She's got offers from St. John's, Fordham, Fairfield, and Harvard. Just a freshman.
Players that Christina Rady said is actually new to the game. She's only been playing for a couple of years, but obviously has a lot of potential. She's the shooter for this team and only getting better.
Harris kicks it out. 10 on the shot clock. Destoons. Rattling that one home. That's her 3rd made 3. She's got 9.
I'm seeing right now.
Yeah, they're definitely a bigger team. I think we just have to be more aggressive, crash the boards, and I think we got to play more of our style, play faster.
Yeah.
They like to play in the half court too, so got to close that on shooters and box out.
What's Coach Rady saying during the timeouts?
Just kind of what I just said a little bit, but we just got to crash and play hard. I think when we play our best basketball is when we play fast, we get it inside, make smart plays. So
GG Battle, the steal and the lefty lay-in. Now a 10-point lead here for DME Academy. You're part of a Duke recruiting class there, Kara Lawson. They took this team pretty deep in this NCAA tournament. Had that last-second buzzer-beating win over LSU, which was fantastic. You look at this recruiting class here. What excites you?
A lot excites me. I mean, Bella Fleming, Autumn Fleury, I've known them for a long time, so it's nice that I'm finally going to be able to play with them. Autumn's a great guard. Bella's lights-out shooter. And Taylor, she's a great big. She actually, her team actually beat us. Beat our team in the throne, so
I did have y'all going to the Final Four. I had Duke going to Final Four. However, what a great game and tournament it's been. What was it about Duke? What was it about Coach Lawson that touched your heart that's like, this is my place?
Yeah, after I tore my ACL, a lot of schools stopped talking to me, but they definitely stayed very consistent, and they were just very, like, about me, and they had a lot of confidence in me, so that was something that I really liked in the coaching staff. And Duke's a small school. Games are close when games are far, like when we're down a lot. I mean, it's really nothing for us.
We showed your trip to Japan coming back from break, and just what an experience that must have been for you guys. Yeah. What was your thought when you walked in the gym and saw 14,000 people?
Well, I personally didn't go.
I was going to say, I wondered if you were cleared to fly.
No.
Sorry about that.
Well, I stayed for surgery, so I was home. I was in my bed. It was nice.
It looked great. It looked like a lot of fun.
Looked like a good time.
As the foul there, Savvy Swords. We've seen Savvy Swords here, who's headed to Kentucky, and a different shade of blue, I suppose, than what you'll be wearing. But she is such a dynamic player. And Brooke was talking about the physicality and the finesse. What more can you say about your teammate?
I mean, I think she's a full package, honestly. I think she's one of the best. I'm very proud of her. She also tore her ACL, so we did a lot of recovery together. We just grew our bond extremely well, and I think, like I said, she's an all-around player. She plays for her team, and she plays to win. So.
Okay, so while you didn't make the Japan trip, you guys do travel a lot together, lots of time in airports. I know Coach had you at the airport 4 hours early, ready to check in. All good there. So when you guys have all this time to spend together, like, who's the funniest on the team? Give me funniest, best dancer, and maybe like best singer.
Okay, best singer, definitely Rylan.
All right.
She's like really good at singing. It's really weird.
She have a go-to song?
No, she kind of just sings whatever. But
all right.
I think dancer, probably OJ. She likes to dance a lot.
And here she is dancing in the lane.
Right. Little step,
that too.
right in the lane.
That too. Yeah. But honestly, I feel like we have a very close-knit team. Everyone's really funny, but we just want to win. We all play together. We play for each other. We celebrate the little things.
How excited were you watching the McDonald's All-American game and seeing Emily take that three-point challenge?
Yeah.
Wasn't that amazing?
Yeah, I mean, we've been saying since junior year, like, she's the best shooter in the country. I mean, that's what shows right there.
Okay. Like to hear that.
Gastoons is fouled on the way to the rim. 90 seconds left here in this first half.
So what's kind of the path for you that looks like, how are you spending your days, physical therapy? Those are long, monotonous days that build little by little for you to get back on the court. Bring us through that. Like, what's your experience?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely hard. This is definitely not obviously what I planned on doing for my senior year, but I mean, I think it's kind of just preparing me for the next level, preparing me for when the ball does stop bouncing. So I've done just a lot of reflecting, but also, like you said, PT, therapy, that's important too. So just working on getting back.
And you actually learn a lot about the way your body operates and what feels right for your knee in that area. So, it's a painful process and boring one because as an athlete, you just want to get back out there and start moving, right?
Yeah.
But it starts with leg lifts, it starts with ice and rest, all the boring things. And that's something that Savvy talked about was like, hey, it's not just the physical therapy of getting back. It's the mentality of knowing I'm going to be right. I need to get my mind and my emotions right back to that same high level. How do you try to do that while you're physically going through therapy?
Yeah, I think just challenging myself, doing certain workouts that challenge me, kind of putting me back in that mode for like the game and field. So maybe like sports medicine, sports management, something like that. So I can just kind of like stay in the game.
Does Duke do medicine? I don't know. That's a big thing there.
I don't know if that's a fit there.
Swords. This is a big one if they can hit it. They can't. Tipped out of bounds. And this will stay here with 2.3 seconds to go. All right, draw something up here, Sinai. What do you get?
Yeah.
What shot are you looking here? 2 seconds left.
I think they're running a shot for EMAC or Sav.
All right.
Okay. Let's see. Inside.
Yep, got it.
Swords cannot get that one to fall.
I like